General Hospital spoilers show that a new stir is growing quietly around Jordan. This time, it's not just about chance of pregnancy, but what chance really means. What was supposed to be a small moment of hope quickly turns into a heavy weight when she finally sees just how shaky Curtis's world really is. She notices how tired he is beneath all the determination. The lingering issues with Portia, the tricky spot with Trina, and the way he feels trying to get control of his life back. Knowing this really changes everything. The idea of bringing a new life into the chaos doesn't bring happiness. It feels more like setting off a bomb ready to explode. Jordan starts to get caught up in a new obsession, not about the baby, but about timing. Timing is what everything in her mind keeps circling around without stopping. Curtis is already dealing with emotional struggles that he hardly talks about. He's looking to make things right as a dad. He's looking for some stability. He's hoping for another shot to make things right. Jordan knows that if she tells him she might be pregnant, it would instantly change that matters to him. Probably because of guilt, more than clear thinking. She worries he might feel like he has to pick up duty over what he truly feels. And she won't let a child be the reason he ties himself to something he's not really ready to handle. So she decides, quietly but firmly, not to tell him. That choice changes everything. Not just yet. The silence doesn't come from trying to manipulate, but from needing control. Control over a story that seems like it's slipping away from her. Jordan thinks by keeping the secret, she's shielding Curtis from going through another emotional hit. But by doing that, she causes a crack beneath the surface of their reconciliation. Every look shared, every quiet moment now feels heavier somehow. She's holding on to a truth that might change their future. And hiding it is starting to change how she acts. This change in the storyline isn't loud or flashy, it's quiet but risky. The tension grows slowly, filling the quiet moment instead of hitting all at once. Jordan keeping things secret is what really changes everything. The pregnancy might not decide what happens afterward, but her decision to face it by herself changes the emotional dynamic between them. In Port Charles, secret rarely stays hidden for long, and when this one finally comes to light, it won't just be about a baby. It's going to be about trust, timing, and whether love can last through a silence that meant to keep it safe. Things get even riskier when Jordan starts to lose the confidence they once held onto so tightly. What if the real shock isn't just that she might be pregnant, but that she started to doubt who the father really is? Just the thought of it turns her quiet anxiety into something much darker. For a short time back then, Jordan dealt with Sidwell. She tried to push those moments aside, convincing herself they were just some part of strategy, business, or something that had to be done. Memory doesn't always stay clear, and doubt shows no mercy. Now, standing on the brink of impossible pregnancy, one question keeps running through her mind. What if the truth is as straightforward as she hopes? That uncertainty turns into a constant worry. Jordan has always taken pride in being in control, seeing things clearly and knowing exactly where she stands in any situation. But this time, control is starting to slip away. Just the thought of Sidwell could be linked to something so personal feels devastating. Sidwell stands for danger, manipulation, and giving into moral compromise. Curtis stands for redemption, love, and delicate fresh start. If there's even a possibility that that child she's carrying isn't the right man, the emotional damage would be heartbreaking, not just for Curtis, but for her too. The more Jordan thinks about it, the more she realizes that the silence she first picked to protect herself is actually turning into hiding because of fear. She can't tell Curtis because she doesn't have the answers. She can't face Sidwell without showing the weakness she spent so much time trying to hide. Each day that goes by without any certainty just makes the crisis worse. This isn't just about pregnancy anymore. It's about who she is, where her loyalties lie, and the scary truth that one mistake from her past could tear apart everything she's working so hard to fix. What makes this shift in the story so intense is how hard it hits Jordan mentally. She starts to doubt her own judgment. She goes over moments with Sidwell again and again, trying to make sense of them, breaking down the memories with a careful, almost cynical eye. Obsession doesn't bring comfort, it just wears you out. If the truth comes out the wrong time, it might ruin her chance to make things right with Curtis before they've had a real chance to settle. Even worse, it might trap her forever with a man whose hold she's been trying to break free from. In Port Charles, scandals hardly ever stay under wraps. If this uncertainty comes out in the open, it won't just be a personal problem. It could turn into a public disaster. The saddest part is that Jordan's quietness, meant to keep things from going wrong, might actually cause the disaster she's so worried about. What makes the situation even stranger is the harsh irony that Jordan might now be doing the same thing she used to criticize so strongly. Portia keeping quiet about Trina's father's almost ruined lives, broke trust, and filled relationships with doubt. Jordan witnessed how a hidden truth, even if it started from fear, can quickly turn into chaos. And here she is again, right at the edge of the same moral cliff, picking silence instead of telling the truth. By keeping the uncertainty about her pregnancy hidden, Jordan isn't just holding back information, she's building a shaky illusion of stability. She tells herself she's keeping Curtis safe from falling apart, from getting more mixed up, from facing betrayal all over again. But deep inside, she realizes that keeping secrets never really keeps anyone safe. It slows down the impact. It makes it stronger. When the truth finally comes out, the harm is usually greater than the first shock would have caused. This comparison to Portia isn't accidental. It's about psychology. Jordan's need to be in control has slowly turned into obsession. She wants to control the story, choosing the timing and the way the truth comes out. But wanting control in everything is exactly what causes problems in Port Charles. Every hidden detail adds another crack to the trust she's trying to rebuild with Curtis. The sudden obsessive change in the storyline feels like it's leading to something unpredictable. Jordan isn't just dealing with uncertainty anymore. She's actually shaping what could turn into a real disaster. If history has shown us anything, it's that secrets about paternity never stay hidden for long. They just blow up.